Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome if you are new. I am so happy to be here today, and I am so happy that you guys are here with me. Today's video is going to be our second TBR that I've ever created. It is going to be our April TBR. Now, I have to tell you something. I am in a reading slump. Now, I know this is very bad because I've already read 28 books this year, and so it's natural that it would be time for a reading slump to come and kick my butt, but I don't want that to happen because I desperately want to read 100 books a year. If you refer to my Goodreads, technically my reading goal is 65 books, but in my soul, in my heart, I want to get to 100. So a reading slump is not going to do it. I have prepared a TBR for this month, but honestly, all bets potentially could be off depending on what mood I am in. Before we hop into the April TBR, I do want to give you a quick 30-second rapid fire update on our March TBR. It went so amazing, and I read almost every single book that I put on my March TBR except for 2 which I ran out of time for, and I will be talking about today quickly. I want to read Eat Your Heart Out still, which is like a Knives Out rom-com mystery situation, but I can't find this book anywhere. I can't find it in paperback, I can't find it in ebook. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I cannot find this book to read it, and I want it in my grubby little hands. Our second honorable mention of things that are going to jump over into our April TBR is going to be Code Word Romance. This is about a girl who takes the place of a politically important person because she's like a doppelganger, and the bodyguard that is protecting her is her ex. And I still really want to read that. I just ran out of time this month, so I do plan on reading that in April. I think that those are all of our rapid fire announcements before we hop into our April TBR officially. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And without further ado, let's hop right into today's video. The first book that I'm going to be talking to you guys about is Crash Landing. This actually releases on April 1st, so that is very exciting for me. Having books releasing earlier in the month is definitely helpful to getting them done throughout the month of April, so that is very exciting. This book is about 2 exes who crash land and get stranded on an island. Now, that just sounds like the most fun to me personally because I love a good, like, I think it was called like Blue Lagoon or something like that. Like, a crash landing romance sounds delightful. I love some strandedness. I love some forced proximity. If there's one thing about me, forced proximity is something I love and look for in my books. So I'm so excited to read this book. Now, typically, I'm not a second chance romance girly, so 2 exes, I'm curious to see how the dynamic will translate for my enjoyment, but I am excited nonetheless. The next book that I want to talk to you guys about is one that I've actually had on my radar for quite a bit, and it is A New Leaf. Now, this book sounds so cute. It's about Charlie, who has just inherited his plant store from his parents. He is grumpy, he is grouchy, he can't keep a plant alive, he doesn't know what to do. And then one night, in barrels, this dog absolutely making a complete ruckus out of his plant store, and he is stressed and he does not know what's going on. Enter our love interest, Finn, who just left their corporate job, small town Oregon, with the dream of opening a coffee shop. The two then meet when their dog enters this plant store and embark on a journey of what it is to start fresh. And I just think that this is going to be a really cute and wholesome story. And I always love when pets are in books, especially when they are chaotic and funny. Like Catherine Cowles, my baby right there, always writes the best pets in romances. So I'm excited to see how this dog plays a role in pushing these two together even more. Our next book that I have to talk to you guys about, I am very excited for. It is Bourbon and Secrets by Victoria Wilder. Now, I am currently reading Bourbon and Lies, and I'm having the most fun time. This book series follows the Fox brother, so this is the second Fox brother, Link, and oh my goodness gracious, he is a single dad. He has 2 amazing, sweet girls, and I'm so excited to see his love story unfold. These books also have an aspect of romantic suspense, which you guys know has been a recent favorite of mine, and I've been completely obsessed with the genre. So to have more books with romantic suspense is something I'm really looking for at the moment. So this book is about Link Fox. His family runs a whiskey distillery, and he is a single dad to 2 gorgeous girls, as I mentioned previously. We then have our female main character, Faye, and she comes barreling into the small town that she previously left. She is also a burlesque dancer and a private investigator. So really lots of fun things are going on with this dynamic. Apparently there's also some blackmail situation going on with the romantic suspense, which is always so interesting to me, so I cannot wait. I also loved Link in Bourbon and Lies, so I'm very excited to get his story. I definitely thought it was going to be with a different girl. However, now I have thoughts on who the last couple in this Fox Brothers trilogy will be. I definitely want to read this book in April. I'm currently finishing up Bourbon and Lies. I have about 2 hours left on my Kindle, and I have a few days left in the month of March to get that done before the month is over. But I am so excited to jump into this book, and also the covers of these books are absolutely stunning. Like, I don't know what Victoria Wilder gave to her cover artist, and I don't know what the cover artist's name is, and I need to find that out because honestly, They are so stunning. They are so amazing. The illustrations are so beautiful. And look, I'm not normally a people person on cover, but these are drawing people and they're done so eloquently and beautifully that I am absolutely obsessed with them. I don't think anyone is surprised by the next book on my TBR, which is going to be Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Now, I love Emily Henry's releases, but she has done me dirty now twice. Twice she has done me dirty with her releases of books, because last year when she released Funny Story, it was the day before my final exam, so I couldn't read it because I had to study for my final the next day. And now this time I'm out of town. I'm gone for something that I cannot talk to you guys about because, like, safety, but I'm not in a place to be going to the bookstore and picking up this book on release day, which is so upsetting to me. Nevertheless, I'm very excited for this book because it is again about bookish people. Emily Henry just writes the best books about bookish people, and I cannot wait to read about these two competing writers trying to write a memoir. So Margaret is wanting to tell her life story, and she invites our two main characters over for a month-long trial where she will give them pieces of her life, and after the month decide who will write her memoir. She wants a little trial run, a little period to get a grasp on what these writers' angles are and how they will tell her story. However, there is some complications since both of them have signed NDAs and Margaret is only giving them small pieces. It's hard to create this well-rounded story. I don't know again too much about these books, but I feel like the best books are when you know just enough to intrigue you, but not absolutely everything. That's really the era that I have been in, which doesn't make for great, like, info telling you about TBRs. However, I think it's just gonna be an amazing and fun story. I love books with bookish people, as I've said 17 million times at this point. Having two competing writers, I'm thinking is going to give me book lovers energy, and I loved Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and it also gives me Beach Read energy with Gus and January. I'm so sorry that that was not my first reference, because those two writers are kind of in a little bit of a competition with each other, and so these dynamics are my favorite of Emily Henry's books. The next book that I'm going to put on my TBR is a little bit of a wild card, like sort of, but not really, but kind of. Here's the thing. Bridget Morrissey wrote That Summer Feeling, and I absolutely adored that book with my entire heart. However, she is now writing another book that is an adult queer romance, which I'm so excited for, but I'm a little afraid. I'm a little afraid because it is a life swap. They are swapping places. And while I have somewhat enjoyed books like that in the past, I have hated books. I'm looking at you, The Switch by Beth O'Leary. I'm so sorry, but that one just was not it. However, I don't think it was the issue of the actual lives, but more of the characters in that situation, but I am a little concerned. So basically, the book is Anywhere You Go, and this is about two characters who swap lives and then find love in those other lives. And I'm really excited for it because it sounds so cute, but I have been let down in the past by plots similar to this, and it says it's a queer take on The Holiday Meets the Switch. And I'm hoping that like reference to the Switch is simply the plot of Switching Lives. Our two people switching places are a small town waitress and a big city press agent who swap homes to escape their personal lives, only to complicate situations further when they find love away from home. The cover, absolutely stunning, gives the same vibes of That Summer Feeling, and Bridget Morrissey actually said that they give the same vibes, and I even commented that on her Instagram. I was like, same vibes, like, thank you so much. So I'm excited. Overall, I'm very excited for this book. I don't, again, have too much information because that is the entire synopsis that is given to me. That is the entire synopsis that is on Goodreads. I love her writing. I love That Summer Feeling. It just felt like a warm hug, and I'm hoping that this book brings the same energy of That Summer Feeling. The last book that I have for my April TBR is going to be Hidden Waters by Catherine Cowles. Now, I love these covers, and I have an emotional attachment to these covers that is somewhat unhealthy for someone who has not read the books. But these covers are currently out of print, so again, I plug you to go and find the covers if you like the people covers, because they are no longer being printed. And I know I sound like a broken record because I've said this a million times on many different platforms. I just don't want you guys to miss out because I didn't know that they were out of print. Anyway, this book is our third book in the Tattered and Torn series, and my hope is to read this book. However, with the reading slumping, I don't want to be slumpy when I'm reading this book. Now, Catherine Cowles hasn't got me out of a reading slump yet, but she has kept me away from a reading slump by being super engaging and exactly what I want to read. However, I want to put a book on the TBR that is Catherine Cowles, but if I'm feeling even the slightest bit slumpy and like not maybe into the vibes, I'm stopping it immediately and I'm not reading it because I refuse to have this book ruined by my own mood. So this book is about Addie and Beckett is the sibling of Hayes from the first book, and Addie is Everly's cousin, our female love interest from the first book, Tattered Stars, which is right here, ruining my life. Addie is living in Hayes' house, and then Beckett comes home for reasons that I will not get into because second book and all that good stuff, However, Beckett needs somewhere to live, so he moved in with Addie in Hayes's house. So we got forced proximities, we got roommates. Beckett is also a doctor, and I'm really excited for Addie's character because she escaped the cult that was explored in the first book that our main character Everly got away from at a way younger age, and Addie didn't get away at a younger age. In fact, she only got away as an adult in the first book. So I'm really excited to see how the cult family kind of like plays a role in this, and also Addie's experiences, and also like the safe haven that Beckett will create for her. I'm really, really intrigued about. However, if I have an inkling of reading slump, if I have an inkling of something that I do not want to read this book for whatever reason, my mood is not right, I will not be picking it up because I love this series so much. I think it's my favorite Catherine Cowell series, and I've only read 2 books, but like the first 2 books hit so hard and I connected with so much. And I'm so excited to read this book. Lulu is being an absolute menace, so if you can hear her licking, I am so sorry, but I actually can't do anything about it at the moment, and it's gonna drive me up the wall. However, we have reached the end of the video. Those are all of the books that I have on my April TBR. Now, I have low expectations of my success rate of what I'm going to be reading in April, because really it's going to change and shift with whatever I'm feeling, because I'm going for books that make me want to read, because I need to kick this reading slump's butt, because number 1, I need to read it, number 2, I want to hit my reading goal. But those are the books that I'm thinking. Let me know down below what books you have on your April TBR, and also what books you think I'm going to like best for my April TBR, or books that you have that you think that I would enjoy, that I should add or read in the month of April. So basically, let me know any thought that you have in the comments below. But without further ado, I cannot wait to see you guys in the next month. I will be back with my March wrap up at some point whenever I get around to filming it, because sometimes it's hard to film about books that you have read and loved when you're in a reading slump, but I'm gonna try my best. Without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everybody.